motorists will be driving around with dangerous and illegal tires this year. So joining me in the studio, I've got three guests. I've got mummy blogger Sally Whittle, Steve Dolby from the charity TyreSafe, Simon Hiorns. He's the managing director of Pro Tires. Sally, I've got to start with you first.
I started talking to Pro Tyre and explaining to them that I'm really not a car person and I tend to rely on my garage and the MOT to sort these things out. So the guys at Pro Tyre said, okay, come down to this racetrack. We're going to give you 3 different cars to drive. And then I got to drive on a racetrack on simulated ice and water, and I went into skids. And I have to say, pant-wettingly terrifying. The distance that you travel in a car with worn tyres is absolutely terrifying. And I think for me, it was just a really dramatic way to think about actually is that 11 car lengths difference that I'm going to be moving and running into something or having a terrible accident.
Continue then. Steve, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what can you tell us first and foremost about the charity TyreSafe?
Well, TyreSafe is the UK's charity dedicated to raising the awareness of importance of correct tyre maintenance.
Why should we be so concerned?
Well, tyres are vitally important. They're the only part of the car that's in contact with the road, so they're responsible for your car's steering, cornering and braking.
Simon, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Let's talk about Pro Tyre. What can you tell us about that first?
Okay, well, we're an independent chain of garages. We've got 110 across the UK. We will join in all the campaigns this month. We will carry out over 300,000 safety checks.
Wow.
We will probably identify somewhere between 70 and 80,000 defective or illegal tyres during that process.
How big is this problem?
It's very dangerous, and to put that in perspective, that's 1 in 4 tyres. So as it gets wet, stormy or in cold and icy, the performance of the worn or certainly illegal tyre will deteriorate very rapidly.
And I'm sure a part of your advice is that check your tyre regular. Don't just depend on MOT.
Absolutely, Sam. Check them at least once a month. Any tyre dealer will carry out that check for you. And go to the TyreSafe website or protyre.co.uk. They'll carry out a free check that will cover both the tread depths and also the inflation of your tyres and give you advice on what you should be doing to get yourselves ready for the inclement weather and the winter months coming.
Solly, what would you be telling people about tyre safety, man?
This isn't just, a geeky car thing that you don't need to worry about. Actually, the difference that tyres make is really the difference between potentially stopping short of disaster and hitting something.
Brilliant. And Steve, what sort of initiative have you got in place?
Well, we're working together with all sorts of different people, from fire services to tyre dealers, Pro Tyre, and they're staging events throughout the country, issuing information on our website, so on tyresafe.org.
Brilliant. And Simon, just a final one for you, for any of my listeners right now who will be driving illegal tyres. What's your advice to them?
Don't chance it, check it.
Brilliant. Sally and gentlemen, it's a pleasure talking to you all this morning. Yeah?